So for example, peppermint, obviously they love the smell of that. And you can actually make your own horse treats and put, as long as it's, okay for internal use, you can put peppermint essential oil in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then to perk up a horse, you could do lemon, or you could do a combination of lemon and peppermint. And so again, most of the time I'm talking about an emotional response. And so you're going to rub those oils into your palms and then offer them to your horse. Here's another thing. Our horse friends lose their horse friends. And animals mourn.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So one thing that's great for animals mourning is frankincense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's a spiritual oil, and it has to do with the vibration it is. It's a higher vibration oil, but people and animals respond really well to frankincense.
Yeah, I love it. I think it smells awesome. Yep.
Exactly. So, that's one example. And then, and in my book, I do have tips on some of the most commonly used oils, but there are oils that are great for supporting respiration.
Mm-hmm.
There's a blend called RC and a blend called Raven. I actually have a blog post on my website that talks about the differences, but those can be really good. And I actually have asthma, so I love having those oils. And I keep a little thing at the barn that has oils in them. So if I need respiratory support, I can also inhale RC or Raven. Now, one thing I'll say is there's an oil wintergreen, and it's in a blend called Panaway. And Panaway can be really great to, add to some fractionated coconut oil or even regular coconut oil, and massage your horse's legs if they're sore.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. Wintergreen contains the natural form of aspirin.
Oh, okay.
So if you're competing, you need to check the rules, because if aspirin and I don't want to get the name wrong of the natural form of it, but if that is banned in whatever sport you're competing in, you'll want to avoid wintergreen or Panaway, which has wintergreen in it.
Gotcha.
Racehorses, for example, if they could be disqualified, if it would test positive on a drug test for them. So you want to be aware of that.
Do you recommend, let me phrase it this way. So there's a lot of essential oils out there. There's a lot of different kinds. There's a lot of different companies that make it. I'm going to ask you what brand you recommend. But before I do that, before anybody goes out willy-nilly and just buys something, and then I want to make sure that it's safe. Do you need instruction from someone like you, or just to put it on? Because I would never want a negative reaction in the horse.
Yeah. Well, so it's a great question. So through the company I get it through, people can sign up under me, and when they do, then I'm in charge of their education.
Okay.
But I think the number one rule is don't only use them aromatically until you get a feel for using them and how your horse is reacting.
Okay.
Horses are exposed to a wide variety of smells from us, and that includes those commercial detergents.
Yes.
Which have endocrine disrupting chemicals in them, and they're horrible. So horses are already exposed to secondhand fumes from the products that we use. So I would say, we'll talk about where to get the oils, but starting off, most oils you would not want to use topically. Out in the marketplace, you would not want to use topically or internally on yourself or horses.
Okay.
They're considered fragrance grade. Anything with the word fragrance in it, it's like a trade secret, so it could be full of chemicals.
Right. Right. I just found out about this, everybody. I'll give you a little framework. So I was just, talking with Kristen and another colleague, and it's bananas out there. It's kind of like the wild, wild west with fragrance. I had no idea about this. The perfume that you put on yourself, for example, it can be the cheapest stuff or it can be the most expensive, $200 for a half an ounce, and it
Yep.
still can have this go under the label fragrance, which can be a trade secret, which can mean something that could be extremely bad for you and for your animals, your fur babies and your horse.
Yep.
Correct? Am I correct, Kristen?
Exactly.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. When something's an endocrine disruptor, you have all sorts of problems. And the term is phthalates, which is spelled with a PH, PHLATES, I think, phthalates. And it's the reason why I can't walk down the cleaning aisle in either, in big box stores, because I can smell that stuff from a mile away.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So what would you recommend in terms of a brand and for the essential oils? And then how would you recommend they get started with essential oils?
So especially if you have horses, there is only one brand. And spoiler alert, some of you that have been listening are recognizing the name of some of the blends I mentioned. I only use Young Living essential oils. And as a horse owner, it's really important to me. Young Living at their farm in Mona, Utah, they have not one, but 2 show barns.
Oh, wow.
They have a Percheron show barn, and they have a Frisian show barn.
Oh, nice.
And they have a huge outdoor horse arena to host horse shows.
Cool.
And the Young Living products are used on the horses to support them physically and emotionally. And you can actually, this particular farm is open to the public. So you can go in and pet the horses. Like, I have a great picture of myself with one of the big Percherons.
Oh, awesome.
They have a hitch team, and the hitch team actually won best team overall at the World Percheron Congress last year.
Oh, wow.
Which
okay.
happens every 4 years. It's like the Olympics of horses. So if you have horses and you want to use oils with them, only go to a company that actually has horses.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It makes sense. There's a whole host of other reasons why I would recommend Young Living, but people, can always reach out to me and ask me that later. But it's really remarkable to have a company. They have a scientific advisory panel specifically for the use of essential oils around horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, around animals, I should say.
Okay.
So anyway, it's wonderful. So if people want to get started, they can go to my website, sunshineknoll.com, and knoll is spelled with a K, like the grassy knoll.
Yep.
Sunshineknoll.com. I have a link. It says essential oils. There's a link you can click on. It'll put my referral number in there. Of course, if you have friends that use Young Living, you could sign up under them. And whoever you sign up under, they're responsible for your education. So obviously I'm really passionate about making sure people are doing the right thing. And by the way, in my book, I actually have a recipe for a mane and tail detangler.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal. And
can't wait to get that.
Yep. I'm gonna send you a copy of my book so you'll see that and some other goodies. So
excited.
So that's really easy way to get started. And I think the initial kit, there's a kit for like $165, and it includes 12 oils and a diffuser. And some of these oils are worth like $50 a piece. So it's actually a really good value. And I often tell people, well, if you're starting to run out of the oils in the kit, just buy another kit because they're so deeply discounted.
Yep.
And maybe you'll be like me, and in the first 2 weeks, you've used all the lavender.
There you go.
But I'm just so passionate. It's such a wonderful way to support your horse's emotional well-being.
Yes.
And then in my book, I actually have tips for some of the top oils, not only how to use them on your horse, but also how to use them on yourself.
Awesome. Well, we're almost out of time. I am going to have all the links in our show notes to reach Kristen and to get her book. What would you like to leave the listeners with today? What information would you like them to know from you about the essential oils and how it works with the horses?
So my big thing is start low, go slow.
Okay.
Sounds good. Don't go through all 12 oils on your horse in one sitting. Start with lavender.
Okay.
Right?
Calming and peaceful and
Exactly. And then you know what? If you're afraid to get on your horse because you fell off, use these oils on yourself too.
Yes. Good point.
Because they work for both of you.
Good point. And you are a team, everyone. As we know, you are a team, you're a partnership. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming onto the show, Kristen Hall. She's the founder of sunshineknoll.com. I'll have all the links below in the show notes. I can't thank you enough, Kristen, for chatting with us today. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to getting my packet. And I know that this information is going to help a lot of equestrians.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. So remember, everybody, stay present, step into your power, and never give up on your dreams. Have a great day. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to know more about a guest on our show, please contact me at jsalant5@outlook.com. That's J-S as in Sam, A-I-L-L-A-N-T as in Tom, 5@outlook.com. And remember, stay present, step into your power, and never give up on your dreams.